Good morning. It is Saturday, 7:30 a.m. I'm heading to the gym right now, and I'm going to do a little bit of chest and tris today, also mixed in with some legs, because I've been only really able to make it into the gym 3 days this week, and that's because work just started back up again. And I work anywhere from 12 to 14 hour days, and it's all physical labor, so by the end of the day my body is wrecked. And so for me to go to the gym right after work is actually kind of torture, but I still try to push out 3 days anyways. And it's always a decision on whether or not I want to get more sleep that night or whether I want to get into the gym. So I have to just balance it out as the day goes. But anyways, I'm going to the gym right now. Again, it's just going to be me by myself. I'll do my best to get whatever decent footage I can get. Obviously, I can't do anything cool with the camera because it's just me. Eventually, I'll invest into some better camera equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Doing my best with the vlogs right now because especially with going back to work, this is going to be a chore for me. So when I'm off of a show and it's just a bunch of time off, I have all the time in the world to use my creativity and think of some things to do. But for now, here you go. Hey, what's up guys? Just got out of the gym. That was a little bit of a longer session just because I was hitting 2 muscle groups. I was doing legs, shoulders, chest, tris, and a little bit of abs. So I was in there a bit longer. Plus I decided to take a good 25 minutes to just get some stretching done. I don't stretch enough, and I need to be stretching a lot more. When I was in college, I took a yoga class, and I learned a lot of good stretching movements for my body, and that was like the best my body's ever felt. And so I just need to be more disciplined about implementing stretching routines into my workouts afterwards. Stretching is huge, and so is drinking a ton of water, and I need to get better at both. Especially if you're working physical labor. Like I work 12 to 14 hour days, and I'm on my feet the entire day. I'm lifting all day long, And so that's why it's tough for me to want to even go to the gym after work, just because I'm technically working out for 12 hours straight, but I still try to get in there as best as I can. But anyways, I'm headed to the chiropractor right now, just because I feel like a 60-year-old man stuck in a 25-year-old man's body. So I'm just doing my best to maintain my body and just make sure it's healthy, and it's I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I care about longevity, so yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Probably gonna get some food afterwards, and I'll see what else I want to talk about later, I guess. I apologize that I wasn't able to get the best footage in the gym. I wasn't even able to get my full workout just because there was so much going on. It's always different with two people there, so you can do better, more creative angles. So just doing the best with what I got, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for future videos. Maybe I should talk about supplements, or my process of leaning out or bulking up, or whatever it is. I'm trying to find out something that's going to be more helpful to you guys, instead of just making just video edits of the gym, because watching people work out is great and everything, but it's not necessarily helpful, in the sense that it's not really educational. I mean, I guess it is if you're a visual learner, but anyways, so I've had some time to think. Yes, my clothes are different now because I'm going up to Bakersfield right now to see Morgan, but I've had some time to think, and what I want to talk about is people with skinny physiques, just naturally really skinny people, ectomorph type bodies. I was doing some research and I heard the whole body type thing was a myth, but I don't know for sure. I'm just gonna go with it though. I have an ectomorph type body. So what that means for me is that basically it takes a lot for me to put on weight. So, I mean, when I was younger, when I was like, I wanna say 18, this is when I first started lifting weights, 17, 18, I could eat 2 large pieces from Domino's and not gain a single pound. Today it's a little bit different. If I did that, I'd put on fat for sure because I'm 25. But even now, even today, it's still a challenge for me to keep muscle mass on. So I have to make sure that my protein intake is high. I have to make sure that I'm eating the right amount of carbs, the right amount of healthy fats and all that stuff. I'm not scientific at all with how I eat. I don't count calories or anything. I pretty much just eyeball everything. And it's kind of common sense if you really think about it. You know what's healthy for you and you know what's bad for you. If it's fast food, chances are it's bad. There are fast food places that are good and have healthy options. But you can tell just by looking at it and by just tasting it whether it's good for you or not. So that's kind of how I go about it. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's not why, or maybe that is why I'm not as cut as I want to be. But also, I haven't really cared about a low body fat percentage. I've always cared more about the mass, just because that's been my biggest challenge throughout this whole journey. So I think I will care more eventually about leaning out and looking more aesthetic, so to speak. But for now, I care more about the muscle mass. And so for me, that's a lot of eating, and that's a lot of compound movements. So if you're a skinny guy and you have a really high metabolism, the good news is for you is you're gonna stay lean most of your life. The bad news is if you want to put on a lot of muscle mass, it's gonna take work. On the bright side, in your first year of training, what you're gonna go through is something called a body recomposition, and essentially you're gonna put on muscle mass and lose fat at the same time. And eventually your body's gonna adapt to that. It's gonna get used to how your body works, and then it will selectively pick one or the other. So that's not something that will happen for the rest of your life. It happens, I noticed, at least for me, during the first year. I put on a decent amount of size pretty quickly, and also lost some fat because I was putting my body into shock. So for me, that was a lot of leg days. Do not skip legs, because that's where all the results come from. Basically, 100% of the time, skip legs 0% of the time. Do legs, because your overall body growth is going to come from legs specifically. So if you're just starting training, do legs at least twice a week and hit it hard. And you're going to notice that your body's going to change quickly and fast. I know that your favorite day is going to be chest day. It's everybody's favorite day, chest and tricep. If you want to see gains quickly, it's legs. So get in there, do leg press, do squats, do compound movements. If you don't know what a compound movement is, just Google it. Google has everything. One of the most beautiful things and one of the most cursed things about our bodies is that they change over time. So I don't believe that if you are an ectomorph, that your body is stuck that way. I think that the best body type you could be is an ectomorph, because yes, in the beginning years of training, it sucks when putting on size because it's really hard, but by the time you reach your late 20s or mid 20s, your body changes. And for me, personally, I think now I'm more of a mesomorph type body. So I would say that it's a lot easier now to put on muscle mass, while also still being able to lose fat pretty quickly as well. So I have the benefit of both at this age. But when I'm in my late 30s, it's probably going to start sucking. I feel bad for people who are endomorphs, who put on fat like there's no tomorrow. The good thing about their body type is they can put on muscle mass super easily, but it takes them a lot to lose fat. So if you are an ectomorph, be thankful and be blessed. The other thing I want to talk about is eating, especially for skinny guys. I had the biggest issue eating a lot of calories when I was younger. And maybe it's because my stomach was smaller or whatever the case was, I don't know. But I had to train myself to eat more and more and more. And one of the ways that I did that was I would eat as much as I could, and then I would have a mass gainer shake, and I would only bump it up at least like anywhere from 500 to 600 calories a shake. So if my body was used to, let's just say my maintenance level calorie intake was like 1,500 a day. By the end of the day, if I couldn't eat more than that, if I felt like I was full or I just couldn't stomach any more food, I would make a shake that was worth 500 to 600 calories, and I would drink that. And so time after time, my body started getting used to more calories, and then I could just eat those kind of calories. A big thing that I hear skinny guys specifically say a lot is that I feel like I'm eating a lot of food and I'm in the gym 6 days a week and nothing seems to be changing. The reality of it is you're just not eating enough. And you can say you're eating a lot of food all you want, but basically look at it this way. When you're in the gym, your goal is always to increase in strength and increase in how much weight you're lifting and increase your muscle mass or burn fat or whatever the goal is. So in the same way, you got to look at food in a very similar way. So if your body is used to eating 1,300 calories, you need to get used to eating 1,600 calories. Stuff like that. It's not going to be fun for the first while, but eventually your body's going to adapt to it, and then you can eat more. And for skinny guys especially, this is going to take 7 years for you to reach the physique that you feel like is desirable. Your body does have a genetic potential, and eventually you will reach that genetic potential and you will cap out and you won't be able to go past it. So the one thing that I will say for guys that have the same body type as I do is you're never gonna look like a massive freaking tank. It's just not gonna happen. You don't have the body type for it. God has created us all uniquely, and if you're a skinny guy, just appreciate what you have and make the best of what you have. The best exercises that you could be doing for the most testosterone production is going to definitely be squats, leg press, deadlifts, and bench press. I'm taking a break from deadlifts personally because my lower back has been having a lot of issues, and I'm walking around like I'm 65, so I got to be careful a little bit. So I'm still doing squats, but I'm doing a lot lighter weight than I'm used to doing. Leg press, I could still push 845s on each side of the leg press, just because it's not engaging a lot of my back. But anything that where I'm standing and I'm coming down with weight, or I'm bending over and picking up weight, I have to be careful with, because my lower back is just jacked up. But anyways, I hope this was somewhat helpful to guys with my body type specifically. Anyways, I'm just getting into Bakersfield now. I'm gonna spend the day with Morgan, and I don't think I'll be filming more today, but if I do, hopefully you'll get to meet Morgan. I'm not sure how she is in front of a camera, so I don't want to put that on her. But it would be cool for you guys to see her one day. So anyways, if this is the last video, I will see you guys next week.